Hey guys, Fan here again, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a really quick guide, and this is basically just going to be a guide on Enigma Jungle. What I'm going to be talking about is how you kind of jungle Enigma for the first, 8 levels or so up to the time you get your mech. And what I really wanted to talk about was some of the finer points, some of the optimal points about playing Jungle Enigma. Whenever I play a pub game and someone picks Jungle Enigma, I find that they're doing a lot of things wrong and they're not doing, they're not playing the hero optimally. So I thought I would kind of share my experiences with the hero and kind of tell you guys what you should be doing, especially in the early stages of the game with Enigma. And I might also upload, a ranked matchmaking game of me playing Enigma, so you guys can kind of see how these things work out in a ranked game. But until then, here is my tutorial on how to jungle Enigma. So first of all, what I want to talk about is, what you do at the 0-second mark. And what you want to do here is you want to convert a creep for your mid laner. Usually, you can also do it for safe lane, but most of the time you do it for mid lane. And most of the people will do this. However, what they don't do is, they don't do anything with these Eladons. And what I always do, and what I think you should do, is you should send these mid, and you should harass the enemy mid laner, because each of them have, 180 HP and 2 armor. That's going to take like 3 to 4 hits for any hero to kill a single one. So what I do is I bring them up here and then I just camp them here, because at level 1 the opposing hero cannot fight 3 Eladons. So basically what this does is it gives you complete control of the mid lane. It gives your mid laner a free wave. So that's really important, and that's something no one really does. Now I'm going to pause for a second here and talk about the second thing that's really important that a lot of people end up neglecting. So what I'm doing here is I'm not immediately, summoning the Eladons on the creep wave here. What I do is I pull them out first. And the reason you want to pull them out first, especially for levels 1 and 2, is because at level 1, demonic conversion is very, very weak, and your Eladons die to these things really, really fast. So you don't really want them to take as many, too many hits. And when you just click this on a creep that's like standing idle like this, the creeps are immediately going to start hitting your Eladons, and they're going to die really fast. But if you pull them out like this, watch what happens. So I convert it, and after getting hit once, the creeps walk back. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to get your second split off for all your Eladons. And you can see I didn't even have to micro anything. And that's just because they got like 2 hits off while the creeps were walking back, which is enough to let them split without you even having to micro. Now obviously here I'm faced with a Satyr camp. Whenever you're faced with the Satyr camp, you always want to split your Eladons up to like two on each side, because if you walk them all straight in a line towards the Satyr, he's gonna nuke all of them, and that's obviously not very efficient for you. So you can see about 1 minute and 30 seconds in, I delivered my soul ring. I started with the Sobi mask as well as the soul ring recipe, so all I needed was the ring there. And you can see I have that now. Here you can micro your Eladons a little bit if you want, but it's not too big of a deal whether you do or not. It's not a big deal if some of them die at this point. And here I'm going to speed up the replay a little. So obviously I killed all 3 camps. I'm going to check the rune here. I'm going to get the rune. And even if I didn't get that rune, it's really not a big deal. You can pretty much last indefinitely with a soul ring in the jungle. So here once again I'm pulling the creep back before I summon my demons. If I summon them right here, it's going to stomp them all and start attacking immediately. Whereas if I pull them back, it's not going to do that. And there I let one of my original Eladons die. That was kind of a sloppy mistake by me, but once again, it's not too big of a deal right now, because I already have level 2 Eladons, so it doesn't matter too much. And what I like to do, especially on Dire side, is I like rotating these 3 camps, this hard one, this easy one, and this medium one, just because they're all very close to each other. They're all very, very safe. They're away from the off lane, they're away from the mid lane. And you can do them really, really fast. Another thing I'd like to mention is that Enigma is actually a very strong jungler even in the early game. So supports, it's not easy to gank an Enigma because, you know, if you run into an Enigma when he has 6 Illidan's up and he has mana for a stun, you know, he can pretty much kill a support by himself. And I think Enigma plus 6 Illidan's would beat out like even 2 roaming supports in the early level. So, you know, Enigma's definitely very, very strong. He's hard to contest in the jungle, and he farms extremely quickly. I think he is the fastest jungler out of any jungler in Dota, so he's very good that way as well. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it's pretty much going to be more of the same thing from now on. You can see once again I cleared all of the waves, and you know, it's around 4 minutes, so if you want to check the rune there you could. Obviously, when you're faced with centaurs or something, try and split your Illidan's up so they don't all get war stomped. And so my next item progression here is going to be mech. I think this is probably going to be your most common item progression, and it's, I think, the best one in general. What you want to do after you have a mech is you want to start pushing, and I'll touch upon that a little bit later when I actually get it. However, some other common choices can also be Blink Dagger. Blink, you know, costs more or less the same as mech now, and you can get it at the same timing or a little bit earlier, which is about 7 minutes. So, you know, 7-minute Blink Black Hole is pretty good, and you know, in situations where I really need a blink for the game early on, I might get the blink. Or in situations where they have, you know, like their carry is an anti-mage or void, or they have a mid storm or Queen of Pain, you know, just heroes that are really hard to kill, I might go for the 7-minute blink black hole just to get the first kill on them. You know, because the first kill can be very important in snowballing how their farm goes and how your lanes go. But otherwise, I would usually prioritize mech or Midas. You know, personally, I like Midas in pub games just because most of my teammates are going to be lower MMR than I am, and you know, I do enjoy having enough farm to carry even with a hero such as Enigma. So here again, I killed all 3 camps, waiting for the respawn, and you can see. Let me pause this here. So it's 7 minutes and my mech is already completed and it's on the courier. So, you know, you can get your mech at 7 minutes, maybe even a little bit faster, since I kind of messed up a little with the Illidan micro in this example. But it doesn't really matter too much. You know, you can get it between 7 to 8 minutes all the time. And once you get a mech, what you want to do is you want to start pushing, because at this point, you're going to have level 4 Illidans, you're going to have the threat of a black hole, and you're going to have a mech. And that's something that is almost unstoppable in the early game. So if you go to like your safe lane where your carry and, you know, support is, and you start pushing this lane, there's pretty much no way the offlaner can stop you, because this is a very strong power point for Enigma. Level 4 Illidans do a crap ton of damage at this point in the game, and, you know, mech heals for like half to a third of your HP, so it's really, really strong. Not to mention you have the threat of the black hole if anything goes down. And you know, short of the enemy team TPing like 5 heroes to stop your push, there's really no way they can stop a push that's at this timing. And if they do TP 5 heroes, you know, chances are you're gonna get tower pushes going on in other lanes. So it's really a win-win situation, and this is one of Enigma's strongest early game timings. The, you know, 7 to 8 minute mech timing with level 4 Illidans and black hole up. So that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. I wanted to make it, you know, kind of quick, so that'll be it. I might upload a video of me playing it in ranked matchmaking so you guys get a better idea of how it works. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did like the video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys.